listening to the English language program on RTCI. Wafeb Bouzaid is our maestro for this Tuesday edition, and I'm your host Adnan Shawishi, live from our studio in Tunis. Nesrin Triki and Zohra Triki are our guests for today. They have the same family name, but they are not sisters. The two ladies have come to talk about the Civil Society Forum project that will be held in Monastir from the 20th to the 23rd of December. This initiative aims at gathering the studies and research that the organization of the civil society and experts carried out in various fields. These documents will be discussed and harmonized, then discussed and enriched in order to build a comprehensive project which will be introduced to the Tunisian public opinion and the political decision makers. Zohra and Nesrin will also provide us with details about the Dasturna network. I'm expecting your questions and comments on the Facebook page, RTCI, the English language program. You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand beneath moonlight, but don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Save the Last Dance for Me by Michael Bublé. Welcome back, it's 2:06 on RTCI. My guests are here, Nesrin and Zohra Triki, and we are talking about the Civil Society Forum and the Dasturna network. Ladies, welcome to our radio station, your radio station.
Thank you very much, Adnan.
Thank you for coming. So, I will let you introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is Nesrin Triki, and I'm an assistant teacher at the Higher Institute of Applied Languages in Nettle. I'm also a member of the Dasturna network, and I'm an active person in many other associations in the civil society. Of course, my colleague is
Zohra.
I'm Zohra Triki. No.
So are you teaching in Tunis, Zohra?
Yes, I am in Tunis, in La Marsa, at IPEST. Yes, I've been teaching.
I think it's hard teaching students at IPEST.
No.
Brilliant students.
Yeah, it's quite the contrary. When you teach brilliant students, you get a lot of satisfaction out of it, and you don't really feel the hard work, because when you work hard, then you see the results, and
it's a challenging job.
It is challenging, but it's also very satisfying.
Good.
Like you.
So, where is the Civil Society Forum project?
Well, the Civil Society Forum project is, or has been our dream in Dasturna network. It was an initiative from Dasturna, but now we no longer talk about Dasturna as the only organizer of this forum. Actually, there are co-organizers of the Tunisian Civil Society Forum, and I will name those co-organizers. So we have the Dasturna network, we have the Tunisian League for Human Rights, we have the Tunisian Forum for Economic and Social Rights, and we have the Tunisian Association for Democratic Women. And there are some international organizations also, mainly the Euro-Mediterranean Network of Human Rights and the International Federation for Human Rights. So these are the co-organizers, and there would be, of course, many other associations and trade unions that will be present in this forum. So the approximate number, I would say, of the participant organizations in the forum, or more than 150. This is the list that we have counted so far. And of course there will be some experts, national and international experts, also to attend and to participate in the different workshops that will be held during this forum.
I want to ask Zohra about the experts who are coming to Monastir.
Yes, we at first, as Nesrin said, we started thinking about doing something with all the previous work done by the different associations and organizations in Tunisia, which have been working for many years now, and who have so many valuable studies and things that are just, or that have just been shelved and not used by anyone. So our first step was to invite all those associations and organizations that have done serious studies and researches, and who also may have even numbers and serious studies about regional problems or even national problems. Then the following step was to include experts, even if they're not. Some of the experts, of course, are also part of or members in associations and organizations, but some of them are not. But we wanted to have something really comprehensive, and so we wanted a mix between the work of people who are motivated by, let's say, who have political motivations of defending democracy in general, or liberty, or equality, so who have that stand, that point of view. But we also wanted to have the academic point of view, the point of view of experts on
local and international.
Yes, on local, mainly local experts on economy, on culture, on the media, on all the different subjects that we wanted to work on. And we can say that we have tried to make something comprehensive, as I said, and so we tried to take experts, or to invite experts working on different subjects. What I want to say is that these experts are not going to come for the first time at Monastir. We have been working together for the last month or so. We've met for four workshops, 4 Saturday mornings, and we've started to work with them to define what framework we're going to follow, and what subjects are going to be discussed during the forum, etc. And we're very satisfied of this collaboration with the experts.
The teacher is speaking. I just have to listen. I invite you to listen to a very nice song. If you're feeling low and lost today, probably doing too much again, spend all your hours just rushing around, do you have a little time for me? Ready? Do you have a little time? 2:16 on RTCI, welcome back. Ladies, I want to ask you about the workshops at the Civil Society Forum in Monastir.
Well, as Zora said before, so there have been some preparatory workshops. For a period of about 1 month we have met.
I thought you were going to talk about prep school.
Yeah. No, but these preparatory workshops, they just, they made, if you like, the starting papers for the forum itself. That is, there are some suggestions, some ideas that would be developed later during the forum in Monastir. And in Monastir there will be 15 different workshops. In these 15 different workshops there will be about, well, we cannot say the exact number for the moment, but a minimum of 30 participants in each workshop. These participants belong to different associations and organizations, but each workshop would concentrate on one specific field, or one specific topic. For example, there will be a workshop about the political system, participatory democracy, and decentralization. There will be another workshop about education. There will be another workshop about health and health problems. There will be another workshop about torture. And there will be another workshop about
very important workshop.
Immigration. Another workshop about international international. How might to say that? Yeah, international.
It's okay.
I forgot the word.
Don't worry.
Regulations?
No, not regulations, but conventions, international conventions. human rights.
Mhm.
There will be a workshop about human rights. And
Have you invited people from the ministry?
well, this is a good question
Officials,
actually, because
representatives.
in the opening ceremony, there will be representatives from different political parties, political representatives
Mhm.
of those in the Constituent Assembly. There will be representatives of political parties like Ennahda Party, like the Al-Jamhuri, the party like the Front Populaire Party,
Mhm.
and many others. Okay, but they will be in the opening ceremony just to understand what's going on. Okay, and of course this project is not going to be over once we finish the 4 days in Monastir. No.
Ah, good.
So for a period of about 1 or 2 months, this project will be published, if you like, in a book. And this book would be presented to all decision makers in the government and in the different political parties to, if you like, to make, to... what's
Yes,
that?
you can.
Okay.
Further discussion.
Yes, after further discussions, of course,
Mhm.
this will be presented to the government, whether the existing one or the next one, who knows what might happen in between. And of course, we will take this whole project and visit the 24 districts, the 24 towns in Tunisia, to have some more and some further
Governance,
interaction with the local association there. Yeah, talking about local associations, we consider that their presence in the forum is vital, and that's why we insisted that these local associations be presented or be represented
Involved,
in the forum itself, because they know and they have made some serious studies, some serious research about
Mhm.
some local problems that would concern, for instance, only the region of Gafsa and or the region of Gabas, the environmental problems and so on. And they are the people and the organizations who know best about this problem and how to provide or how to suggest solutions for these problems.
You're a very good PR agent. Zohra Triki.
Yeah, I just wanted to emphasize the fact that what's going to happen in Monastir is
Mhm.
something that's happening for the first time in the history, in the long history of Tunisia.
Mhm.
In the 3,000 years of history we have, this has never happened. People have
Really?
never gathered to talk about something they want to build and then build it. So this society project that we're going to try to write, which won't be completed in Monastir, but which will be worked on very seriously, because it's not going to start in Monastir. Of course, we started working beforehand, and what's important about this project is that it's going to be far from what we are used to reading, general ideas, general things.
No
about,
real goals.
Right.
No resolutions.
No,
decisions.
exactly.
Mhm.
So the different thing this time is going to be that we're going to stick to reality,
Mhm.
think about real problems, details of the different aspects of the problems that we find throughout the regions, sorry, and this will be the first part of the work. The second part will be suggestions, propositions of what the civil society would like to see happen. We can call this project the dream of the civil society.
What can you provide for these associations?
No, we're not the ones who are going
You
to
can't.
provide them with anything,
Mhm.
but they are the ones who are going to provide
Wow.
us with...
It's a different approach.
Yes, it's a totally different approach, and probably this is the, if you like, the aspect of the Stoda network. We believe in participatory democracy, and this is a real example of how Tunisian people from different fields, belonging to different organizations and even institutions, can sit together,
Mhm.
exchange ideas, think about them, think about real problems of our society in transportation, in health, in education, in human rights, and so on, and how to provide solutions for them. We are not going to wait anymore for the government to provide us with solutions. We are the ones who are going to provide government, this one and the coming
you are
ones,
the civil society,
with suggestions of solutions. And this is why we are taking this really seriously, and we are going to make all the necessary pressure on politicians, on governments to adopt and to take this final project into consideration, and to believe that this is how Tunisian people would like to see their country.
I will ask you about the workshop on participatory democracy. I think it's a very, very important project. We will have a short break with music. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Stay with us.
Okay.
Close my eyes. Welcome back. It's 2:33 on RTC. My guests are Zohra and Nesrine Triki. They are not sisters.
Again.
Not even cousins. Okay, so ladies, I want to ask Zohra about the workshop on participatory democracy.
Now, if I may come back to the philosophy of the network we belong to. Dasturna is a network based on participatory democracy. We believe in participatory democracy because we are deeply convinced that whatever the problem, solutions cannot come from the leaders, from
the political elite,
or even
government,
from the government,
the people
or
in
from
power.
the capital to the regions. We are convinced that any region has its own specificities,
its own problems,
its own problems,
and its own solutions.
Exactly, and the best people to know about these problems and to suggest the best solutions are the people living in those regions.
Locals, because they are insiders.
Exactly, exactly. So this is how we function, and this is how we would like the country to function in the future, because this is a fairly recent way of doing politics, and wherever in, so for example in Latin America there have been experiences of such ways of solving the problems, or even not even solving the problems, but ways of governing regions and trying to make the most of what's available in those regions. Up to now, I mean, the idea is really something that works because it uses the means that are available in the regions, human means, or but also other resources, and the outcome is something that is extremely positive compared to a solution that would come from the capital, where exactly where people are in an office and discuss things just in theory, or suggest solutions to problems on the national level. And even if Tunisia is a small country, we
have different problems.
Exactly, and we know that regions are very different. We are a country where there is a great variety, even if the area of the country is not that big.
Well,
yes, go ahead.
I just would
you
like
share the same vision.
Yeah, I would like to add something else about participatory democracy, and what Zohra has said is extremely important, and is also linked to decentralization. I would also like to insist on something about participatory democracy, that the basis in this concept is the notion of people as citizens. And when you are a citizen, then you have a right, You have the right to participate. That's why it's called participatory democracy. And we also suggested some mechanisms of how we can participate as citizens in the decision-making policy of the country. It is not enough for a democracy to say that, well, I have elected or I have voted for someone who will represent me in the Constituent Assembly or in the Parliament or a president or even for the local authorities. No, that's not enough. All citizens should also have the right to be or to have some control over the government, over the local authorities. So if I am a citizen, I do not necessarily belong to any political party or to any organization, but as a citizen, I should have the right to have access to all data, to all information about the funds, about budgets, yes, and then
total transparency.
Exactly, total transparency. And as a citizen, I should also have the right to blame, for example, the local authorities if I find, for instance, that they did not really spend the budget in a correct way. As a citizen, also, I should have the right to make complaints and to make legal cases against, for example, decision makers who are corrupt. So it is that role, the notion of the citizen as, if you like, a controller of what's going on in the local authorities, but also in the government and in the country as a whole. It is also about giving the citizen the possibility to suggest and to participate, okay, in the decision-making policies about the local items, and this is again linked to decentralization. As a citizen, it is not enough for me to be able to elect, as I said, the local representatives, but I should also have the right later on to be in contact with them, to suggest certain things for them, to raise certain issues that concern my neighborhood, certain issues that concern my town, and so on. So this is the basis. If as Tunisians we believe in that, we believe that we as citizens have the right to participate in everything and not to be passive citizens, then we can start talking about a real democracy.
We could solve the problem of the occupation of the Palestinian territories with people like
it is a dream, but we believe this dream can be true one day if we work on that, if we work on making citizens active in the public affairs and in the public opinions and everything that concerns their daily life. Okay, it's enough for me, for instance, to hear that. Well, I can give a real example happening in Gasrin, for instance. If you like, the Storna cell in Gasrin, they have taken, for instance, the budget that was allocated by the Constituent Assembly for 2012. Okay, for Gasrin town, and then they are now controlling all the details about this budget, all the expenses, all the, if you like, the projects that should have been done, and they are seeing whether they are really done and to what extent they're. And then they are going to invite the representatives in the Constituent Assembly, if you like, the mayors of the town, and get in contact and real discussions about what's going on.
Zohra, do you believe in regional government?
As Nasreen was saying, we don't call it regional government, but
regional authorities.
Yes, we very deeply believe that the people who have a say in the region should be elected by the citizens of that region, and
yes, go ahead.
Yes, and
Wafa Bouzaida is observing. She's here, don't worry.
I'm not used to it, I'm sorry.
She's our superwoman.
I'm not used to microphones. It's again what we have been saying is can be summarized in in these ideas that citizens must have a say in what's happening in between elections, and not only once every 5 years, and they should have the possibility also to elect those people who will govern them or deal with their different problems in the region.
We'll have a short break with music, and you will answer my next question, because people get confused when they talk about Dusturna. Some people think that Dusturna is no longer a civil society association or a group of civil society activists.
I'd be very glad to answer this question.
It has turned into a political party. Short break with music with it. We'll be back.
Okay.
Stay with us.
Thanks for the question.
248 on RTCI. Welcome back. Zohra Nesrin Triki, or Triki.
Tricky. Yes,
Tricky
not
or-
tricky.
Okay.
With I.
So, is Dusturna an association or a political party? Are you civil society activists or
Yes.
politicians?
Okay, I've been waiting for this question because this is the
I had to
question
ask the
that
question.
has been repeated over and over again
Mm-hmm.
about the Dusturna network. Let me just start with a very simple introduction about the issue. What is a political party, and what are the objectives and the purposes of a political party, or people adhering into political parties? And
Political party,
if you like, is an organism that would like to get power, that would like to be one day in the power that is to be the governors of the country through the democratic procedures.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the basic difference between a political party and an organization working
is theory.
in the civil society.
This is theory. What about practice?
Okay, now I will go straight to talk about the confusion.
Mm-hmm.
The confusion for the Dusturna network is our participation in the previous Constituent Assembly
Yeah.
elections. Well, let me start with this. Well, most of Tunisian people know that Dusturna has presented itself into the elections as independent lists. They not as parties, not as associations, but by that time we were simply independent lists. And these lists were yes?
You're talking about politicians,
No,
not
no.
civil society activists.
I don't get your point.
If you're talking about elections.
Yeah,
and
just
and
a minute.
independent
Yeah,
lists.
because the elections we had in 2011 is a very special election. It was an
Where
election.
it's an election?
Yep, but it wasn't an election for the power. It wasn't an election for a government. It was an election for a constituent assembly, and a constituent assembly's principal and ultimate role and function was to write the constitution to this country. And we participated to this election simply because we had a project, we had a constitution, and that constitution we had a similar forum last year in Madea, where we had many people, experts,
150?
yeah, experts, normal citizens, and people from different walks of life who suggested, who had brilliant ideas of how they conceive the way of ruling the country.
You're a very good diplomat.
No, it's not about
No,
diplomacy.
this is the
This is simply reality. So our participation in the election wasn't to look for power. Not at all. We are not. We do not really look for that. No, but we believe that dealing with public affairs, dealing with politics, is not only
For politicians.
yes, it's not only for political parties. We do politics by excellence, but from a civil society perspective. And here we think that even normal citizens have the right to talk about politics, to participate in political life, but not necessarily to belong to political parties.
I think you understand that my role is to be aggressive and not friendly.
Certainly, yeah.
Here, that's
Yeah.
my role.
Certainly.
I will ask the same question. Zohra, do you believe that Dusturna is a civil society, is an association or a political
It's
party?
not about belief.
Yes, yeah,
It's about
yeah,
conviction.
Yes, the reality is that
You might have a different
is-
answer. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
No, you won't have a different answer because the reality is the same. We're talking about an association which maybe maybe practicing its activity in a new, different way. We're used to organizations who do charity, maybe, who take care of this or that, I don't know, marine birds or the handicapped or whatever. We chose to work on everything. So by working on everything, I mean...
You have the structure of a political party, or of big organization, let's say.
The meaning of network is that we function as a network. I mean, when there's a group of citizens somewhere in the country who hear about us and would like to join us, we don't ask them to come to the capital, and we hold meetings here.
You go to the regions?
Yes, we go there and we get to know them, and we maybe explain to them in a few words, and we give them everything we have that has been written, etc., so that they know exactly what they're doing. And so what's important is that these people will stay in their own village or town, and they will work with people who live around them on the problems of that region. I mean, we could summarize the action of Dusturna as the action of citizens in their own districts. Some of our cells work more on culture. They organize maybe events and things like that. Some others work on the environment because they live in a place where they have environmental problems. Some others work on education, maybe. Some of them create libraries. We have all kinds of activities because a citizen has all kinds of demands.
And because you're a network.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you are a network. Is the civil society forum the project of Dusturna, Zohra?
We're talking about this this happening in Monastir on Thursday. Let's say that this was an initiative of Dusturna, but we did not want to make a project that would represent us, because we're only part of the Tunisian people. We wanted all the civil society, all the Tunisian civil society, to participate in this project, and we've been working. I mean, the idea started in April 2012, so we've been working for a few months now, and we're very happy that everyone of the associations that we talked to about the project was very enthusiastic, and we very much hope that the result of the 4 days of this forum we will hold in Monastir for the end of this week will lead us to write this project, or this societal project we have been dreaming about for
Is this your final
Tunisia.
message?
My final message, I would just like to say that we have to link this society project of the civil society to the fact that in Tunisia in January or maybe December, January 2010-2011, something very important happened, a revolution happened, and I would just like to remind people who are starting to become pessimistic that a revolution is not over in 1 week or in 1 month or not even in 1 year.
It's a project.
Exactly, and it's a process, and we're in the middle of that project. So let's keep going.
Leslie.
Yes, I just wanted to insist on a few more things by the end here.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to say, and to insist on this again, we are not a political party, and we have nothing against political parties. We are not with or against specific political parties, and we are not their rivals neither. Okay, we are simply an organization, a network that believes should make of some, not all of the Tunisian citizens, some of them should make them better citizens, and we just would like to be in the heart of this country as normal citizens, and to provide our society with the best.
Quickly, please, do you have a Facebook page or a blog?
Yes, there are actually many Facebook pages about Dasturna, and there will be many pages about the different sales of Dasturna. We are more than 30 sales now around the different regions of the country. You're welcome, join us and follow us anywhere.
Yes, you can talk about the blog. Go ahead.
No, I don't
okay.
remember the
for
address.
the project, for the forum, there is a blog. Okay, it's www.lesassises with s at the end.com.
You can share it on my Facebook page.
Certainly, I will.
RTCI, the English language program. Zohra and Nisreen, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing with us. Good luck for the Civil Society Forum project that will be held in Monastir from the 20th to the 23rd of December. I think the maestro,
Thank you
very much,
Wafaa Bouzaida. You can find the video of this and the podcast of this interview on my Facebook page, RTCI, the English language program. Next news update in French. The German language program at 3 o'clock with Monso Flabiet. The Italian language program with Mourad Ayari at 4 o'clock. Goodbye from Tunis. Join me on Friday, Saturday and Sunday on RTCI. Stay with us. Bye-bye.